Hello everyone. Today's video lesson is devoted to our topic feedback. As far as you know, feedback is one of the accelerating points both in language acquisition and language teaching. As far as we know, feedback, giving constructive, positive feedback, motivates learner to do their best to learn more and get correct guidelines while they're learning process. So we devoted our today's video lesson to this topic, and let's look through our objectives. Firstly, we're going to look through learn and practice effective strategies for giving and receiving feedback. Secondly, we're going to focus on feedback rather than on discipline or evaluation. It means feedback is not a type of a discipline or a type of evaluation in our today's presentation. So, firstly, giving feedback and receiving feedback. Giving feedback occurs while teaching foreign language, and receiving feedback also occurs while learning foreign language in the process of language acquisition. In this slide, you can observe that general principles of giving feedback. Firstly, we would like to recommend that general setting of giving feedback. It can be public and private, or it can be spontaneous or planned. For example, you can give a spontaneous feedback to your learners' language learning process, but rather sometimes you have to give feedback to the lesson which you are observing, and this will be planned one. More specifically, you have to so person which is giving feedback have to pay attention to the content of the feedback. It should have a clear content, like specific descriptions of behavior, not abstract of labeling of the person. So every sentence should be argumented, and so every of your arguments should have support. It shouldn't be abstract, actually. Let's move on. So the most important thing in giving feedback refers to the tone of your feedback. So you have to organize your feedback in neutral tone. So it shouldn't have a positive or negative washbacks.
Primarily, let's define the term feedback. Giving feedback effectively is a skill, and like all skills, it takes practice to build your confidence and improvement. While giving a feedback, person goes through several stages, including denying, defending, explaining, understanding, and finally changing. On the other hand, receiving feedback is also a skill. There is no point in asking others to give you feedback unless you are prepared to be open to it and to consider comments which differ from your own perceptions as a receiver. You have to be explicit, attentive, aware, silent. And please pay attention, don't use the excuse of correcting factual errors to avoid hearing and resonating with the substance of what has been said. Don't be distracted by the need to explain. If you continue to feel that you need to give an explanation to it, you have to do it later. After the feedback session, once you are sure you have attended to all that has been said. Let's look through some do's and don'ts of giving positive feedback. For the first, you have to be specific and sincere. You have to give attention to the progress, praise efforts and achievements, acknowledge improvements in poor performance. But, on the other hand, you don't have to praise vaguely generally. Add but. Overpraise, patronize, or be begrudging. Moreover, if you wish to give a helpful feedback, you should be realistic, specific, or sensitive to the goals of the person. Be timely, descriptive, or be consciously and non-judgmental. You don't have to compare. Be diligent, direct, positive, and aware. Essentially, the tone, the style, and the content should be consistent and provide a constant message. One of the most valuable contributions anyone can make to another person's learning is constructive comment. To bother to offer another person feedback about their work indicates both that you care enough about them to spend your time considering their situation and their work is. Overall, feedback is information about past behavior delivered in the present which may influence future behavior.